And greetings, everybody. All right, I think we got this ironed out here a little bit better. Okay, so my higher quality video camera decided today, well, the video capture card I use decided today to start freaking out and give me a split screen that isn't going to work. So how's my picture look there? All right, let me go back where I can see it on better on the screen here. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go into my stream. Yeah. There we go. So I can see what's going on the phone. There we go. Now I can see what everything looks like. Chat and everything. There we go. A little more interactive when I can see it on the phone. All right. Got my area cleaned up a little bit more here. There we go. So how's everything look? Everything hopefully is nice and crystal clear. Now I got the camera running at 1280 720, 60 FPS, but it's coming through, should be coming through at a nice crisp 30 frames, nice and solid. So hopefully everything bitrate is good. Okay, sound okay, and the camera's crystal. Okay, good. So this is the 920C Pro, and it's a couple of years old, but it's doing the job, so we're going to go with it. Anyway, so here we are with, of course, the where we left off with the juke, and we are attempting to see if we can go a little farther with this today. So today we are going to try to fit this with some soprano titanium strings. These are long enough. These should be long enough. We're going to give these a try. Soprano normally are not super long, but this should do the job for us. All right, first I'm going to go ahead and get these clamps off and see how everything looks. I'm just going to secure those to the edge of the table so I don't drop those. They're there if I need them. Everything looks nice and secure. Looks good. Now, before we get too far with this, let's get this dusted off. See where my plug. I'm taking a look from the soldering iron. Okay, here we go. You have to clean here a minute. Get this plugged in the extension cord over here. I am going to mute while I do the dusting because it is very loud. Okay, loud part is complete. We are dusted as good as it's going to get. Again, so some of this stuff I will take off. So like to do the clear coat, I'll take the knobs off. But for the most part, it is going to stay intact when I do the clear coat on this. Today it's to test to make sure everything is functional. What I'll do is I'll wait to put on the titanium strings until I know that everything else works. So we're going to put on the ball strings first. We're going to test those out. They may not pick up really well. Should still work with the pickup because the pickup just picks up sound, amplifies any sound. We're going to test that theory out. We're going to start with these and see how these do. So everything looks nice and solid. That's supposed to. All right, so we've got 28, 28, 32, and 40. So 40s are thickest from the top. 28, so 32, and then two 28s. Okay. So first or fourth, second and third. Oh, I see. So they do black ball in first or fourth. So they're doing first and fourth thin, and then these two in the middle. Okay. It's a little different. I'm used to it being heaviest on the top. But it's a ukulele, so it's a little different. And these have a little ball to make it a little easier, so you don't have to tie it. So we're going to go, this is going to be our fourth. Come on, you can do this. Gotta help it up this little ramp. There we go. Nice and long. Now, when you wrap it, especially since these are nylon strings, you want to go from the inside of the post towards the outside. And what we're going to do is we're going to go about twice the length, a little more than twice the length of the post, because nylon strings you want to go a bit longer than metal. Metal you can wrap it a little easier. I want to go a little more than twice the length. So we're going to have a few extra turns here, but that'll keep it from slipping. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that right there. Let's go about 2.5. All right, I'm going to back that up a little bit. Start to get my turn. I want to turn it so that it turns so that the string goes from the inside. So it comes off of here and wraps around from the bottom. So they all come from the middle and then go around to the respective pins. And that keeps them lined up better. So I want to get this a little better position first. Okay, so here we go. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around, and then I'm going to make a knot basically where this will wrap around it and it'll kind of secure it. With nylon, I just, it's a little, for me, it's easier to do this. If I can get it to fingers cooperate today. Then when it wraps, I can do it better here. If I can do it better, I'll go around this way. There we go, that'll work better. And pull it around a little more. Around this way, pull it on top. Actually, just go under it and pull around the bottom so it can't flip back over the top. There we go. Then when we tighten it, it'll pull over the top of that. And it'll get a few laps on that. Let's get a little more. There we go. That should get a few laps of string over that. And we want to keep that nice and taut as we go around. String winder should get that. Should bring that out. Make this a little quicker. Let's use the string winder on it. Go ahead and pull both of these. Keep them both tight. It's nice and snug here. Ah, nope, my bridge did not stay secure. Oh. Well, that was supposed to be nice and secure on there, but it did not. Okay, well, I guess we're not totally done with the bridge. Alright, so what I used on that did not stay, so we're going to secure that again, but we will continue stringing. Because of the bridge, we can work around that. Let's try securing this a little bit and a little differently. I used the all-purpose glue with it last time. Two-sided tape is not, well, it may not work well with this, but I have some automotive that might work. If this doesn't work, we'll use automotive. Did I end up getting a coating on this? Yeah, there we go. See what I can do is without gluing myself to it. I think that other glue that I used didn't adhere well. This is nice and sticky here, though. I have to get a paper towel and all this up anyway. But that's got to go in the wash. That's why there's a towel on the table. Alright, let's go ahead and get that clamped. Nice, so I had a little smaller clamp to work with, but for woodworking, this is what I've got. So now we will clamp that back down and give it a nice pressure. It'll stay on there. When it starts to curve the neck, it's not any good leverage. Let's do this. I'm going to do what some guitar shops do anyway. Since we got good pressure on there, the strings are going to provide our downforce anyway. I'm going to do that. We'll use the strings to hold it down. The strings will give us downforce on it, and they'll keep it lined up where it needs to be naturally. So we will do that. I just need to be careful about tightening this up again. Okay, string winder. Come on. I need 3 fingers to do this job. String will definitely hold pressure on that bridge, on the nut. So let's go ahead and keep winding that down. It's pulling it away, so I need to hold that while I tighten. There we go. The friction. Don't want to get it over tightened. There we go. That'll hold. Alright, so I'm going to put all of them on there and we'll let the strings hold that in place and let it dry. I think that that's going to hold a lot better pressure on it. That's sure. So this is string 2. Like I say, if this ends up not working, then I think this 2-sided tape might be the better. Automotive tape will definitely work, but we shouldn't have to. And this is string 2. There we go. This one goes over to there. And you go from the inside to the outside when you twist. I'm going to leave that one longer until I get the wrap on the nylon that I want here. Get it going down. That way I can pull on both of them as I wind it. Let's do this manually first. A little harder to do from this angle. Trying to keep it so the camera can see it. Go. There's our first loop that secures. Now, this angle is just really tough to use this thing. Gotta turn it where I can use it. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully doing well. By the way, guitar is much easier. Working with steel strings is much, much easier. Nylon strings can be a pain in the ass. I actually got a little more on this than I wanted, but it will hold. Put a bunch of the excess off because I don't need it now. And we'll just reel up the slack. Oh, it's starting to creep to the top there. Do not want that. Otherwise it'll start coming undone on me. Good sign of them. Hey, Lucane, doing internet tech support from home. How have you been, Lucane? Best way to do. First check of the new job. Okay. Getting paid 2 days early. Okay. Building tricks. How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right. Just working on my little extremely loud ukulele. We're gonna give it a run today once I can get all the strings on, and hopefully everything holds the way it's supposed to. That one I think I got a bit too much slack on it, but it will have to do for now. Okay, so that is 2. We need 3, and then we'll do 4 on the last. So this is the heaviest of the strings. Put a few less wraps on this one. Like I said, these are going to be a bit more of a pain to work with than the metal. The metal ones are a little easier to judge what you've got to do on these. Got the excess off these so it's out of the way. All right, so we're going to all right, so don't compare the Juke with the Strat. So you're keeping your eyes on the 90 gigas. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull this one around and loop. And this will get our security loop in there the way we want it. And we'll use our winder to get that going. So anyway, Lucane, aside from the new job, what else has been going on? I saw you went ahead and made some new updates there. Let's get these. Gotta keep this nice and taut while I do this, otherwise I'm going to end up with coming right off the top or loosening. You don't want either one of those. All right, that's 3. Sounds way, way flat. These out of the way. Save the titaniums for after we do our testing. I think I'm gonna do I'll do the clear coat on this, get that do the finish work after we do the testing, but that'll be after some after we find out everything is together and working like it's supposed to. So this is the put it together and make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do here. Probably work easier if I go ahead and use this the whole time. There. Now I go around this way because that's opposite the way it's going to wrap. Actually, I want to go around this opposite way. I want to go this way. I was going to lay this way, so I want to go this way first. Go under it so it quits flipping over the top. That makes more sense. There, like so. Under, pull over the top. There we go. Now I can tighten that. Until I get enough going here to make that nice and tight and secure. I'm going to do this by finger. All right. Hey, Justy, the 10 gig network card came in for the server, so I'm just waiting on the drives on Monday, and the migration to the server will be ready. There we go. Now let's go ahead and wind that up. Okay, now, as far as I want to tighten it with that, let's get all the extra strings out of the way. Get some of the extra some of the excess off here. And let's see if we can get some tuning in here just to make sure this all works. Bass, violin, ukulele. It does have ukulele tuning. Nice. Okay. E2. Okay, so this is actually suggesting doing A for the first string, E for the second, okay, let's go down to A. That's not gonna work because that's supposed to be E. That'll have a better harmonic. Hey Steve, how's it going? Thanks for hosting the stream. I think he's just ending his gig, so welcome. We're just getting to our part here, so. It should have been a raid, but there's more. Okay. All right, welcome. So Steve, this is the electric ukulele. All right, I do need to go grab a different set of trimmers so I can trim these up a little bit. And thank you for shouting out Steve. And I believe it already shouted him out too. Can't hear anything, catch up, gotta pack up. Yep, no problems. Do what you gotta do. All right, I am gonna go grab what I need real quick. I will be right back. So hang tight. I'll leave the mic open so I can yell at you from this. I'm back. Everybody been behaving? I hope so. Okay, according to Ernie Ball, these they've got the string weights out of order. So the ones they suggested, this is what they suggested for 4. This should be 4. This should be 3. These should be 1 and 2, not 1 and 4. First or fourth, they should not be first or fourth. So I'm going to put this over here so I can use that as a reference. So we're going to back those out and fix that. That should not have been, that was a little bit questionable, but okay. Yeah, they even listed on their package as 28, 40, 32, 28. Not sure why they do that, but that should not be that way. It should be, that should be 40, 32, and then the 2 lighter strings. So I'm going to fix that. Good thing with these is we can, I got enough wraps on there I can fix that. So we're going to do that. Didn't stretch anything, so we should be good shape here. That one I could have left on, but I was going to redo all of them. Like I should have left that one on. This one, all the other 3 got to come off anyway. Making more work for myself. You always behave. Uh-huh. Yeah, we've talked. I know better. Yeah, this one I'm going to cut shorter anyway because of the number of wraps I put on it. So. Good thing I did that one too long. I'd be careful not to drop the nut off of this when I do this. What I should do is just keep the nut secure on this is take this one off and then put the 30 back on here before I take the last string off. Some machine oil here too. We're gonna do that. Yeah, it's gonna need machine oil bad. Glue on my finger. Get a little bit of oil. Drop those off so I don't lose any. Get a little bit of machine oil on that. Do I have any precision oil over here? Not there. All right, June, you do my girl. They have silicone. Silicone will work really well. Silicone. I do have spray silicone that will work. There, the other way. Okay. I know I had some over here. Up over here, maybe. Oh, might end up out in the car. Well, okay. I guess it ended up in the car, so no no lubricant to help out there today. Yeah. Okay, well, no oil to oil the gears at the moment. I have to get some more precision oil. Used to have a little precision oiler that was really nice. Make this job a little easier. A little smoother. This has plenty of movement to it. It has a bearing in it. These, however, don't. These are cheap machines. Gears. Yeah. From this, we'll just, there we go. Now, this one up one. There, plenty of length to rewrap that. Oh. Get it around the right position that I want, like so. And we'll bring it around this way. Underneath. There we go. I don't need quite as much as I did last time. There. Now we can mash that around and start tightening. Should give me a nice solid bite on that string. No, I don't use WD-40 because WD-40 is a solvent, not a lubricant. Most people don't know that because it is usually false advertising. WD-40 is not a lubricant. WD-40 is a solvent. It is made to get rid of rust and to break things free. It is not made to lubricate a surface. So be very, very, very careful with WD-40. It will eat and destroy oiled surfaces. It'll clean them, but it'll get rid of oil. So if you had lubrication on there before, yeah. Yep, It'll destroy car locks. Use powdered graphite on car locks. This way, underneath, like so. How you doing, Sanjin? What's up there, my friend? I'm doing pretty good. Trying to get this little project here put together and hot rodded that Power Mad gave me. And Justy, thank you for shouting him out. Now, if you want instruments to last a long time, you want to use either a precision machine oil or a silicone-based lubricant. That'll make them last a lot longer. Actually, he didn't set me on making the electric uke. He gave me a ukulele, and I turned it into an electric ukulele. So I just took what he gave me and I made it that much more. Because I could. Well, I've got a wah-wah pedal for it if I want. And it has a standard quarter-inch jack. Right there. So it'll plug into any amp. So yes, it'll work with a wah-wah pedal if you want. Alright, let's go ahead and put the other string on here. This one is, oh no, that's the big string. That's the heavy string for the top. That's our 40, right? Yeah, that's the 40. That goes on the top. So it'll work with any pedals. It'll work with a distortion pedal. It'll work with any pedal you want to plug it into. Now, once I get the titanium strings on it, it'll sound like an electric guitar. Just a small, shrunken electric guitar. But right now, until I get the final finish work done to it, I'm going to put the nylon strings on it. And like I just want to make sure everything works right, that it's fully functional. And then I'll do the finish work on it, because I got to take a few parts off of it so that I could put the final finish work on it. And in a few minutes, we're going to do a test on it with it plugged into an amp. Make sure that pickup and everything is working like it's supposed to, and see if it works with the nylon strings. String's going to be a little tighter here because I cut this one a little shorter because of where it was at. Yeah, I've got some gold-plated strings on the, for one of the guitars. Actually, I haven't put those on the PRS yet. Those are going on there very soon, though. Because the ones that not nylon, they're steel strings. They're gold-plated steel strings. They're made by Optima. But they're going on my PRS 35th edition. Because I really like that one. But that one right now, I'm practicing on that until I'm starting to wear out the strings that it shipped with. And then when those start to sound dull, then I'll put the gold strings on them. Benefit of the gold-plated strings, they feel a little softer on the fingers. They keep their tone a little longer. Like they keep their the sound quality basically up until the point where you have to replace them. So they tend to sound a little better, a little bit longer, or a lot longer. You don't have to replace them as often either. So if you play guitar and you want strings that last a long time, that's a good option. And a lot of people that play them say they hear the difference in the sound quality too. If you buy the gold-plated strings in the US, it'll cost you twice what a regular set does. If you buy them over from lordofthestrings.com, and Jesse, if you want to post that link, go right ahead. You can get them from lordofthestrings.com. That's a site in the Netherlands. Takes a little longer to get them, but you can buy basically 2.5 sets for the same cost as what you can get them on Amazon in America. Okay, now we got our strings in the proper order. Let's get them tuned up. Cost some of the excess so it's not poking me as I try to do anything with it here. There, a little less to hang off the side. Okay, tuning. All right, we want G. Okay, so we want that to be G, C, E, and A for standard uke tuning. I'm not sure this tuner is going to go low enough for this. Oh, I just said string 4. Not sure this neck is very good pickup on this. Try there. Here we go. Tuning machines are so cheap. I might have to replace them with decent tuning machines. Yeah, guitar, if you buy 2 sets, they're about $16 or $17 a set. I think it was $17 with shipping for 2 guitar sets. And that was the custom set that I like. 9 through 46. it goes from G to A really fast on the tuner. I've been tempted to hit pawn shops or shop for new guitars. Nice. Very nice. Didn't know you played, Sanjin. How long have you been playing? Or did you for a while? Come on. This. You can do this. Come on, tuner. These are sloppy tuners. Very, very sloppy. Of course, I'm used to good quality tuners. Yeah, that's better. Let's stretch it a bit and get it back in tune. You haven't played in years, but started back in junior high. Blues player and a little metal too. Nice. Might have to plug this into the pedal board because I don't think this little vibration tuner, I don't think it's sensitive enough for this. Yeah, I don't think this is, it's not sensitive enough. These strings just aren't vibrating loud enough. Yeah, you turn the machine and it tips the whole pin. That's not good. Come on, C. We can do this. There we go. Finally got C tuning. The pins move bad. I think that's as close as I'm going to get C with these tuning machines. Okay, this one is going to be E. Wow, so the machine moves a long way. Yeah, these are real cheap tuning machines. I'm gonna have to upgrade the tuning machines on this thing if this thing turns out to be a keeper. There's almost no in between on this. Bring it back. All right. It's a shame your guitar is discontinued. Your players still like it. Well, what kind of guitar did you have? Still might be able to find a used one of it. See if we can stretch it into the right tuning. Yeah, these tuning machines are terrible. Oh god, they're terrible. Best I can get is a slight E sharp. Yeah, when I go to turn the tuning machine, it actually pivots. So you have a Gibson and a Fender Bullet. Last one made in the U.S. Oh. Yeah, that's as close I'm going to get with this tuner. This is an A. It should be a higher A. Come on. All right. Yeah, it should be a higher A. Oh, so they are doing it in higher G. Okay. So close. As close as we get on that one. All right, so this G needs to come up. Okay, so that's why Ernie Ball did the strings the way they did. Is the first G on the ukulele tuning is actually higher than the C. Okay, so it is different than guitar tuning quite a bit. Hey, Power, what's up? Freebird? No. Kidding me? We're going to plug it in here in a moment and see if it works. Okay, C. Put this one back in tune. Caged bird then. Force yourself out of bed to take pills. Didn't know you're starting earlier. Okay. Come on, come down. You're supposed to go down when I tune down. Not that low. Fried bird, love me some barbecue. Okay, now we got C, G, The action on this isn't very good, but hey, we have some kind of tuning. Let's get us a pick that's appropriate here. Anthology gear. Let's see, can we do any chords on this one? Can we do a G chord on this? I don't think it's the same fingerings of. Nope. And I don't think bar chords work. Not the same. Okay, so now let's find out. Let's make sure that everything else is working. Quarter inch jack. Power. Now, what do we have here? Tone up, power on. Let's see, what is this set to? Probably the volume pedal's probably down. Either the volume is down or the pickup does not like these strings. No, the cable's not for the car load. Okay, so the tone and the volume are working. I am hearing sound in the amp. Okay, let's try direct into the amp. Thinking my pedal, for some reason, does not like the pickup. Let's get the pedal out of the equipment loop here and find out. Drill can get out of the way. Hammer can go out of the way. The toolbox. There's a box of parts that can go out of the way for now. Right, unplug from the pedal board. We go straight into the amp. Doesn't like it now. It's the pickup that I have to look at. Let's see, magnets. Okay, the pickup is live, so it might be the strings it doesn't like. Yeah, it doesn't like the strings. So I'm going to have the metal strings on here. It does not like the strings. Because it can't pick up the magnetic field. Alright, well, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it and just do the metal strings on it. You know what? Can't do anything with them anyway, is what I want, so these just come off. Well, they're not useful for what we're doing, so they can go. The metal strings is what it needs for the pickup then, because the pickup is not sensing vibration off of those. However, these should. These actually have titanium in them. So they do have a field, capability to have a field. We're going to do a quick test. Find out which is which here. Gauge. Silver, purple, green, and black. So let's do the purple is second string. That'll work. Oh, actually, before we run that through, you can tie a knot in the end because these ones do not have the lug. There. Well, that time I didn't break a G string, I cut it. Big difference. Okay, so this is the second, our silver purple is the second string. Oh, put in the wrong spot there. Go down one spot. Now, if these don't work, then I'm going to have to get some just pure metal strings for this. Okay, so quick test for these is going to be pull some tension and see if it'll pick that up. Gotta move the pickup closer. Let me try that. I know these definitely have metal in them. I'm guessing these don't have enough metal. So I can get this a little bit closer here. Where's my preamp? It's almost all maxed out. It doesn't like those strings. Well, it appears I'm going to have to get myself some different strings. Hey, Bika. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some metal strings. So what I think I'm going to have to do is, let's get creative here. Because these aren't going to work. We're just going to shove those back in the bag. Those definitely are not going to work for this. We're going to get a little more creative. We're going to try a lightweight set of guitar strings on this. Let's see. $9-46, that's a little heavy on the top end. $9-42, it should be. Yeah, it's the lightest I have is $9-42. All right, there we go. $9-42. And we won't use all of them, but we're going to try to stay close to what we need. All right, so what I'm going to do is the smallest we've got is a 29. We got 28, 29, 40, and 33. We got a 24, a 32, those are close, and we got a 42. So 40, 42, 32, 24, and 16, those are our closest matches. So the two lightest strings are not going to do us any good. All right. So what we're going to do is do the 16 and 24 as 1 and 4, and these will be the two middle. So before we do anything, I want to test and make sure that is working. So let's take one of them that we're not going to need. 11. This is one we won't need on here. We're going to try this out and make sure it's picking it up. Because if the pickup for some reason is not working correctly, this won't matter. But these strings I know it can sense. Oh yeah, you can already hear these. Yep, it's the strings. Okay. All right, there we go. It was the strings. So the strings the uke strings that are non-metallic will not work for this project. The pickup requires metal strings, which that makes sense because it is a magnet, but those don't have enough metal. All right, so we are going to do the 24 on the top. This will be our high G for the top note. So this is our G string. It's the very first one on, so it's considered the top note. And I'm going to leave the lugs in place because those work perfect for this. These machines will probably have a hard time with this because these are going to put a little more tension on the neck. Not a significant amount more, because these aren't going to be any thicker than the ones we had, but they'll be a little stronger. All right, let's go the way I normally do metal strings. 2 times the post. Now, start that around. I want to get reasonable amount of slack. Turn that around. Get my fingers work and go under the wire, the main wire. Under the string, then loop back over the string, like so. There, and then fold the string back towards itself and tighten. Keeps it nice and tight. Hold it firm while it snugs, and it will not slip. Do they make a pickup for ukes? Well, there are some that are a lot smaller and not as electric guitar-like. They're just piezo pickups, which basically pick up any vibration. So those would work. Okay, so we're going to leave that there until we get the rest on there. Let's get that out of the way so we don't jab ourselves with it. All right, so 32, 42. So 42 is our lowest note. That's our number 2 wire. Normally this comes with a 40, so it should do pretty well with this. It does fit through the bridge. Okay. That one kind of rotated where I want it. Find a smaller pliers work. Yeah, Snowman got me a tool to make my own picks, which is really cool. Never seen that before. Okay, back around. The stiffer wire is a lot more difficult to work with for this. It's more springy. But once you get it bent, it stays put. So that's the good part about it. There. I didn't know you could get one. What do you use to make the pick? Called a Pick-a-Palooza deal. It's on Amazon. I'll show you here in a moment as soon as I get this wire in. It's a pretty cool idea. It's basically it's a heavy metal paper punch that is in the shape of a guitar pick. The easiest way to describe it. Alright, almost there. My bridge is not staying put where I want it. I'm going to have to let that dry longer. Or the nut. Bridge is fine, it's the nut that doesn't like the extra thick wires. The textured wires. 32. Yep. Strings made the difference. Now it's doing what I want it to. Alright, this is our number 3 wire. Oh yeah, the Pick-a-Palooza. Get this out of the way. This is the Pick-a-Palooza. Basically a massive hole punch. And take that off. And basically you just put a cardstock in there. I'll show you on the paper here. And just squeeze it. Now if I can get that out. You have a pick. So old bank cards, yeah, whatever you want to tear apart. Or you don't need anymore, you can turn them into picks. So a pretty cool idea. Okay. This would be our next wire. That string wanted to fight. Okay, this is the last of the larger strings. Oh. Turn the toe control way down so the amp will be quiet. Getting feedback from the pick or from the pickup. All right, clippers. All right, now where to put the clippers? Over here somewhere. All right, there they are. They're under the strings. All right, past this one. Let's go there. We're going to go this way and around. And if it's out of date, let's see. Yeah, it's cool idea playing with your money then. Maybe if you have different shapes, you could customize it with paint. Text it and give away to Music Stream. Out of date. Don't use it anymore. You don't get cards, save points, and shot. That would be Okay, so this is the lightest weight set of metal strings I have, so you should do very well on this. Should serve it pretty well. It's only slightly heavier than the set that was on here. Right. That one is nice and snug, which is good. Definitely won't be slipping. Used to live down on the street from a store, built guitars. Let's see. You replace the neck on your GBL. Okay. Kind of warped. Go ahead and switch to a new one, and they cut the warp for you. Okay. Did you ever see the 8-string in the court? Well, if everybody hasn't, I will show that off here shortly. Make that part of today's deal. How's that? It's a real beauty. I'm still crap at playing it, but it's a beauty. Of course, I'm going to have to go get it out of the other room because it's currently in my other room where I practice on it. Currently don't have any Gibsons though. I have a Cort, Yamaha. I do have a Fender acoustic. I have a 1938 Vega from my mom. And I have a couple of PRSs, which I really like. Go through their string. There we go. Not the best design of bridge, but it is a ukulele bridge, so not exactly a high-end piece of engineering. Started out as a kid's kit, no more. Now, let's see. We go around this way. Still Kitty's kit, but just for bigger kids. Yep. But we're turning it into something of a monster. We didn't leave it much of a Kitty's kit, did we there, Power? Not sure I would, well, I might hand this off to a kid that's serious about learning string instruments. But, you know, I'll let him teach it, but you know, I'm going to keep it because you gave it to me. That'd be fun. Kitty kit or not, I value it because you gave it to me. Tension there. Ugh. Definitely made for smaller hands. Okay, now, time to tune it. These strings definitely resonate better. So now we should be able to get some tuning on this. Okay, ukulele tuning. So we want G. G string 4. There we go. G. Almost. Stretch it a little bit so it, new strings, you stretch them a little bit when you put them on. Okay, there's G, C. Yeah, I know, but the winder, to the tuning part, you don't want to use the winder for that. Or you meant for the little one, but yeah. I've broken the smaller strings using the winder. So I try to be careful with those. As close as I get that one. These tuners are still sloppy. Even with these strings on, they're so sloppy. Okay. String 2. Did you ever use a tuning fork method for guitars? Nope. I have not, but I did in high school. Don't on my personal ones though. In years. Get it on. So keep a tuning fork in the case of your Fender. Nice. It's almost A. Slightest movement takes it way sharp. Let's try the pick. See if I get any better luck with the pick. Yeah, the problem with these tuners, the pin on the tuner is wobbling when it turns, so they're not accurate at all. Granted, it's not an expensive kit, but still, they should have at least put $2 worth of tuners on it instead of 50-cent tuners. Give it a lot of love. A lot. Tons of love. I think this is the best one so far. This tuner is not following the note scale very well, that's for sure. All right, I might have to use a chromatic on this one. Let's go to the pedal tuner because I think it's going to be a lot more accurate. Pedal tuner is definitely more responsive. And now that we know the metal strings are working, and we're good there. You're fine. All right, that moved. Can we get out of guitar tuning? Let's see. Okay, so what is going on? Oh. Also, I get it in the right input. That's a lot if I put it in the right input. Okay. There we go. There. See if I can get a little cleaner profile. That'll be a little cleaner setup. Well, thank you, Pyramid. I'm just having fun with it. Okay, this one should not be that low. This should be A, E, so A. It should be down just slightly from the out of the way. There we go. My desk is getting messy again here. These should all be pretty close. Well, they are pretty close on the scale. So this is a standard E scale here. That should be C. This one is not getting down to the note it needs cleaning. The tuner is not picking it up. Man, it's in the range. That's an octave too low. And that went flat during the tuning. Figures. It kind of doesn't work the way a guitar does, but let's see. Let's do chords. A little cheater tablet up here. There. All right, so we've got our basic, looks like a D chord. used to this. And turn the volume down a bit. Pretty good. Well, the pickups are working, so hey. C is a little sharp though. Well, let's see. Oh, way too much gain. Never heard a uke sound like that, have you? Yeah, it's going to be a little bit getting used to the chords and doing chords on uke. So I'm going to have to go and learn different stuff to do this than guitar. But it's going to be fun. I like it. It's going to be fun. All right, but hey, Sanjin, since you have not seen a few of the toys here, let's turn that down a minute. Unplug the uke. But anyway, so that is the electric uke. I think we got it working. Steel strings on the uke, and we are good. So let's get all this out of the way. All this stuff that did and did not work, or is just extra, can all get out of the way. Yeah. All right, good enough for now. Okay, so that is the almost finished product. I'm going to have to take some parts off and give it a final, a little bit of work. It's going to need a little more polish. It's going to need a clear coat, a little bit of sanding here and there, smooth it out a little bit. Need a little work on the finish. But anyway, we got it all working. So, all right, hold on a second. Let me go grab the 8-string. I'm gonna get rid of some of the garbage here first. Be right back. All right. Let's go and set those down there. Let's move the camera a little bit. Yeah, I'm moving you, so hold tight. Scary as it is, yeah, I'm old. Okay, so this is the Court 8-string, my little beauty that ordered from the Netherlands because I couldn't get it in the U.S. before the end of the year. So decided to order this one in. Has a lot of strings, and in fact I need to check and make sure that one's in tune, but this one has custom humbucker. These are 3D printed pickups, so they're extremely consistent, fixed bridge. But this has all been action. I went through, I didn't dial in the action on this. Has a double carbon fiber rod that runs up to make sure the neck doesn't warp under all that strain. But it sounds really nice. But I can't find a really nice set of strings I really like for this, so I got Ernie Ball. Currently set of Ernie Balls on it, but I have a different set of DR strings I'm going to be putting on this, because I think the DR strings will be better for it. But this is one of my newest, but one of the hardest to play. We'll get to that in a moment. And this is the one that's going to get the gold strings on it. This is a PRS Custom 35th Anniversary Edition SE24, or Custom 24 SE Edition is what they call it. This one will get a bit better sound, I hope. I know this one this has better sound, and because this is built with better pickups. The other one, the pickups just aren't that great. That pickup was a cheap pickup anyway, but now that I got that set up, maybe I can find a better pickup for it. So this one, It should be fairly in tune because I was playing with it last night, practicing on it last night. Find a better profile. There we go. A little too much. Oh. Hit the control there. Let's try going up. And a little cleaner signal here. There we go. Whack. Whoops. We'll drop my guitar there. Not do that. This has a lot of carry on it too. But anyway, so that one has a nice clean signal to it. So. But these strings are starting to get a little worn, so this is the one that's going to get the gold strings on it soon. And we'll see how this one. See how this one sounds different when it gets the gold strings. So as soon as I get there, like I said, as soon as these are, well, I guess they're probably about there. These are the factory strings. And they look like they're starting to get a little pitted. They're probably about time to do something with them. The small strings are starting to get rough spots on them. They start sounding a little less bright when they hit that spot. And I notice the mic is maxing out a little bit when I hit that, so not spiking everything too bad. I'll have to go through next time I do this. I'll have to hook the pedal board directly to the computer. You'll be able to hear it a lot cleaner that way, because then you won't get the amp picking up through the microphone, and that'll be a lot cleaner. But I think that's where we're going to wrap it up today. So. And that's how you make music with just the board. So we're going to set all this stuff very, very carefully down so I don't drop or run over any of it. Well, I'm actually going to wrap it up. So I do want to thank everybody for coming over and for hanging out. And Powerman, thank you very much. So everybody, thank you. It's been a lot of fun. At least we got the mini uke going. We got everything working great. Let's bring the camera over. Oh, I'm smacking the light over. That's not good. Hold on a second. Got to reposition things here without causing a mess. There. Okay. So thanks for everybody coming over, and I'm going to see if I can find somebody that we can go to. Let's up a bit. In my messy workshop here that I'm working on. Wow, that's totally blowing out the back window. Anyway, well, we're wrapping up here, so I'm going to go to end stream. Thanks again. And just me, I will be, yeah, I don't have a raid call set up yet. I still need to work on that. I started putting one together. I just don't have it an active command yet. So I do need to get that worked on. So I need to look and see if we've got anybody online right now that would be good to raid. Tyler, we did them last time. I think we're going to look for somebody else. They're coming in. Let's see. I don't see anybody right now that I normally. Oh, we got I Am Richard. What's I Am Richard doing right now? Let's find out. Okay, so we're going to see what I Am Richard is doing. Alright, looks like he is still in the middle of his stream, so secret Saturday stream. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go pop over to I Am Richard and get some music going. Okay, so everybody hang tight here. Let's go into raid mode. And I Am Richard is our target. So again, I don't really have a raid call, so just hang tight. You're going to join with me, and we are going to go over and smash it. So, and everybody ready? So here we go. Thank you again. I will be back next week, and we will be doing a mix of gaming and music from here on out. And I will try to do some more guitar type stuff. So thanks again. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.